Hello, welcome. My name is Guido van Graaf and you are at the CBI tutorials on how to have a successful tourism website. This section is about content. How do you curate and create content that inspires, helps, proves, and sells? After you created your strategy, it's time to plan and create content. And you want your content to be strategic. And most of the documents say your content needs to be inspirational. Your content needs to be about your best experiences done by your most important personas. But you need to do more. You also need to search for helpful content that is informative, that helps people to make choices, but also to create content that proves that you are a good fit for your customers. And eventually, you need to sell. You need to sell, make sure people go to other pages or go to your booking forms or get into contact with you. On the CBI Market Information Tourism Trends page, you see a really nice example of a customer journey that takes a persona all the way from awareness, somebody gets to know your company, to advocacy, somebody liked your products and actually going to recommend that to other people. For now, we're going to focus on the first three parts of this customer journey, and I would like you to understand that they are related with the content types that we just learned. So awareness is connected with inspiring content. So where you want to let somebody know about you, want to inspire them. When somebody is in the consideration phase or the planning phase, you need to give informative content. You need to help them make that choice, but you also need to prove that you're worth a try. And in the purchase phase, of course, most of the elements are content elements are based on selling, but also proving and a summary of, oh, why do I actually need to choose for this company? So that's also a little bit of informative content. The first thing you need to do is inspire. And Sport Facing Myanmar is doing that in an excellent way, especially in their first two slides. They have their most fantastic experience fishing, catching big fish, targeted toward their persona, fishing lovers from Singapore. Or this example of Dynasty Ethiopia tours that used a video with their persona adventure mountain bike lovers driving in a beautiful landscape combined with a text overlayer. Don't miss out. Super inspiring. You've inspired your persona. The person is interested in your company. Now it's time to help them. They probably have questions like, for example, what kind of services are you delivering? And DMC Voyagers is giving a very clear answer to that question on this part of their webpage. Say Huik is helping their customers here making a decision. Okay, what kind of trips are matching my needs? Like, for example, family trips. And here, with creating a nice blog with matching photos, they guide the visitor to the next part in their customer journey, getting to learn more about family trips. You can even choose to answer all kind of different questions your customers have in a kind of a travel advisor page, like Selena Travel is doing here. And because you're answering all these different kind of questions, you might also become high in a search engine because people search for these kind of questions in Google. So you inspired, you helped, then it's time to prove. Show that other people like your customer love you. Like, for example, here, Myanmar Shalom. They have put an example of a family. And if I'm also a family and I read that this family had a really good time, then I trust Myanmar Shalom can offer a great family holiday for me. Rhino Africa proves themselves immediately in the opening banner. Certificate of Excellence of TripAdvisor, an award that they won, but also Trustpilot score. And that's actually interesting because Trustpilot could be a really nice alternative for you to work with instead of TripAdvisor. And what they do really nice here is they have the review here and they show the personas doing a great experience seeing a giraffe. So that's a nice combination. So you've inspired, you've helped, you've proved. Now it's time to sell. You can sell at several places on your website. For example, to start, leave a message, get into contact with us, talk with us, but also hard sell. 10% off of all 2021 small group tours. Book now, few remaining seats left. But you also can go for a more softer style of selling. You give a price, you give the opportunity to learn more about a product. And what a lot of companies also do is, okay, create your tailor-made tour. This is the things that we offer. These are the experiences we can fix for you. Get into contact with us, and we find a perfectly made self tour for you. Or maybe you're not ready to get into contact with us, but maybe in the future you'd like to hear about us. So what you do, subscribe to our newsletter and stay in touch for updates and promotions. So there are different ways that you can sell yourself on your website. A really nice example of soft selling is done here by CBI company Tesfa Tours from Ethiopia. A picture of the owner, which creates trust, and then says, let us develop a personal itinerary. So we customize for you. The thing they forgot is they should have put a call to action to their contact form. A nice example of a company that covers all the elements: inspire, help, prove, and trust is much better adventures. Though sometimes they throw everything at once at you, and that might be a little bit confusing. But you can learn a lot from this website. Hey, they open with a really inspiring opening banner showing their top products with their top personas. But they also immediately show a proof element. Excellent 5-star rating from Trustpilot, and you can go further into the website by finding a trip, which is a selling element. So they do 3 parts already in the opening banner. Then they do more selling, but this is also a little bit of informative. Hey, we have private tours, but also small group tours. And the benefit of a small group tour is that you are with like minded people and they position themselves very strongly as a sustainable company that go to places others won't. And so they really have their vision aligned in their opening messages and they put themselves very strongly as a brand. We bring you to places others don't. Plus, if you go with us, you'll probably be with other people you like. Here you see more selling elements have how much it costs, but also okay, hello, this is a brand new product. More proof, award-winning adventure, holidays. So they give you suggestions. They help you to choose. Are you ready for adventure again? This is what you could do. Do you have a weekend break? You could go here. So this is helpful content. Then they give their most popular trips. This is selling, but also being helpful. And then there's more branding, but also branding in combination with helpful. This is actually what we do for COVID-19 measurements, but you can actually really, really trust us. More inspiration, also trust, letters from the communities, more branding about that they are sustainable but also helpful. Hey, what are actually good hikes in Snowdonia? Here again, more trust with reviews, and then they brand themselves as very sustainable company. So this is helpful. Oh, are these people actually really sustainable? Yes, they are, and here you can read why. More proof, big media houses are talking about us, and very interesting about them is they put their unique selling points at kind of the summary again. Hey, why should you choose for our company? Very low, while most companies put this very high. And they end up with their vision, which they formulate in their purpose to protect our world's wild places, one adventure at a time. So sustainability is in the heart of their company. You have inspired, you've helped, you've proved, and you've sold. Then there's one other thing that you need to do with your website. You need to breathe trust. You need to show that you're professional. And how do you do that? Well, your website needs to have a nice and neat design, but you also need to show a lot of people from your target market, people smiling, people looking serious, a little bit of mix of the two. And of course, you need to make sure that your website is free of spelling mistakes. What you also need to do, and you see here Myanmar Upland has a lot of photos of clients on their website, so they do that very nicely. But what they also do is they present their their guides. So they show their team, they show who they are, which also contributes to trust. What also shows trust is showing your partnerships, your certificates, that you are responsible. And Asian Tour in Myanmar is doing that really well. What also is really good is they show that they are at trade fairs. That shows that they are yeah, that they have money, because it's not cheap to go to a trade show. So if I go and do business with such a company, yeah, they are an established company. So this breeds trust. And latest, show what kind of associations you are affiliated with. And we close the section about strategic content with the footer of Robin Pope, because they put a lot of these elements that we discussed in their footer. They're inspired with a beautiful photo of the night setting, with a campfire and this candle. But they also prove 4.5 out of 5 award-winning company. Hello, National Geographic thinks that we are a really cool company, and they sell it so easy to get into contact with them in various ways.